Oh, you knew I'd be here today. You knew I'd be here today. Chirping and gloating and telling y'all about your business. Woo! I really hope the haters are here today. I hope you're here today. Because we won last night. You know that. You already know. You already know. You weren't looking forward to this. You weren't looking forward to this. Nope. Because this is called the I Told You So episode of The Real Spiel. This is Del K. Barrington, baby, and this is The Real Spiel. Listen, number one on my list. I done told you guys that Precious Achiuwa is a max player. I told you guys. I done told you guys. And they're like, oh, it's just one game. Calm down. No. It's not one game. It's an example. It is a small sample size of exactly the caliber of player this kid is. This kid grabbed 20 boards last night. He was key at key times. I remember listening to the young lady who was a horrible commentator on the Boston when we played Brooklyn, and Precious missed a shot. She's like, that's not his game. You don't know anything about Precious Achiuwa. Most of y'all don't know nothing about Precious Achiuwa. You guys haven't studied the man's game. But I am a basketballologist. And I'm here to let you know, when it comes out of my mouth, it's the gospel. Period. The basketball gospel, that is. Precious Achiuwa is going to make a bag. Okay? A bag of money. Because he's a 6'8" guy that can play 2 to 4. That's right. He can handle the rock like a point guard. Yes, he can. He can bring the rock up, which he did last night. He can stretch your defense if he plays the defense, if he plays the 4 position. He's big enough to guard bigs, even bigs that are bigger than him. Okay? Because he was doing some stuff against Bam yesterday, and Bam's a whole beast, as I told you in another broadcast. He's athletic enough to go over top. He has handles enough to go by you. He's got jump shot enough that you have to honor him. He can rebound and defend. The guy is a load. He's a basketball player. He's a basketball player. All right? I'm going to say this too. Shout out to Malachi Flynn. Malachi Flynn came in the game. I was like, oh my gosh, Nick Nurse, what you doing? But Malachi hit a couple of key shots. Malachi, yeah, man, you're part of the family, brother. I gotta accept you, man. I gotta accept you. You know, you're like the small runt of the litter, but you're still part of the pedigree of that dog that's called the Toronto Raptors. All right, so I gotta accept your little redheaded self. Yeah, you had some good minutes. You had some good minutes. You're playing with a lot of confidence. You're playing with a lot of confidence. But this is what happens. This is what happens, Toronto. When Malachi gets minutes, who doesn't get minutes? Delano. Malachi gets minutes, Delano doesn't. Nick Nurse is in a constant toss-up between going from a skilled little guy to a high potential long guard. That's a consistent toss-up. And Malachi apparently had an amazing summer. He was lighting guys up in summer leagues and whatnot. That's wonderful, bro. That's not the NBA. But last night he showed improved. He came out, lots of confidence, hit his first couple shots. I like to see it. I can't take nothing away from you, kid. I always said, you're an NBA player, you're just not necessarily a great fit for us because we got too many little guys and we got too much long players. But last night you came in and you showed, this is what you showed, Malachi. You showed that Nick Nurse is really an adjustment guy. Nick, I said it. I said you got to make some adjustments. He made some adjustments. Let me explain something to you really quickly. Do you know the mental fortitude it takes as a team and as a coach to come back into the same gym, which I do not understand why we play 2 away games in Miami. I don't get it. How do we play 2 away games back to back in Miami? What's going on with the NBA? Anyway, that's crazy. But anyway, but the mental fortitude that it takes to come back and beat a team that beat the crap out of us. Listen, that was the worst beating we took against Miami. They beat us easily. Okay? They were all over us. And to have the mental fortitude to come back and say, hey, these guys are not better than us. These guys are not better than us. We're not about to just sit back here and let these guys slap us around. We're going to come back in here and win the next game. That was Raptor basketball. And I'm so proud of those guys. I'm so glad to see that Nick has not gone too far away, but look what he did last night. And I said it, come on, man. Y'all got to give me my props. I said, Nick, we need to see Boucher. Boucher came in there and changed it. Listen, he didn't have to do a lot. I'm not talking about, sometimes some things don't show up on the stat sheet. But Boucher gave us a different feel yesterday. He's tough, although he's skinny as a rail. I don't know why that boy don't eat some fufu and get in the doggone weight room. I don't understand that. How are you in the league and you say year after year after year and you don't put on no weight? You don't have a strength coach? You don't have a nutritionist? You're making enough money. I don't care. You're making enough money. The biggest thing on your body shouldn't be your two big lips, okay? You should have some muscles on your body by now, Boucher. But you're still a tough kid, okay? Still a tough kid from Quebec. You're all Quebec, tough kid. And he came back in there and he did some damage. I liked it. He hit the little baseline jump shot. He's playing tough on the rebounding end, the defensive rebounding end. The key to defense is that defensive rebound. You can play great defense, but you can't get them defensive rebounds, you're out of luck. That's what I like about Boucher. Came in there and said, let me establish myself. Y'all ain't gonna leave me on the bench forever. I like that. I appreciate that about him. So Boucher came in. Christian Coloco still out there doing yeoman's minutes. But I always have criticism because I'm a guy that when I perfect a basketball team, I want everything to be working. I do not turn Christian Coloco into Jonas Valanciunas 2.0. Christian Coloco has an offensive game that we have to use. He can stretch that 5 position because he has a great jump shot. I just see Christian Coloco being a pass and turn. He's coming off the pick and roll. He's open a lot. And they don't throw him the ball. He's open a lot. He's open for lobs. He's open for dumping passes in the mid post. They don't throw him the ball. That's not great development. Nick, I know we need to win that game yesterday, but still, early in the game, you got to say you got to throw him the ball. You can't just let the guy set screens and he's open on the screen on the pick and roll, and you don't throw him the ball. You got to throw him the ball. You gotta throw him the ball. Okay, I hate to see that. We got to throw skilled bigs the ball. He can catch. He can finish. He's setting the screens. He's blocking shots. He's not a one-way player. You develop the kid properly, and you tell these guys, you got to throw him the ball, Nick. Tell those guys. On a pick and roll, he flashes. He's open. 7 foot. He's 7 foot a million tall. Throw the ball up to the kid. He's open. That's my criticism. Raptors did fantastic last night. Okay, they made sure, like I don't know what it is about us in the third quarter though. I don't know what it is about the third quarter. The third quarter didn't look good. Let these guys stretch out to a little bit of a lead, but thank goodness we were able to just pull it back with great defense, great play by Precious. Wasn't allowing these guys to get an advantage. Okay, Freddie, you did your job last night. Freddie, what I liked about what Freddie was doing last night was Freddie was saying, I'm going to make you guys have to deal with my penetration. And you know what? That is the advantage of having a little guard. Listen, anybody who's played on any teams I have coached, the first thing I say when I see these little, fast, quick little guys, I say to them, I don't like you little guards. So you better be the fastest human being on the doggone court. You better be the Flash. You don't even walk to get water around me. You understand? And that's what Fred was doing yesterday. Fred was like, I'm going to be the little quick guy, and I'm going to get into all the little cracks. And that's what he was doing. He was turning the corner, getting into the little cracks, pressuring the defense. If he felt a little contact and he could get that thing off, he would. Otherwise, swing that thing back out. Beautiful. Then his partner in crime, Gary Trent Jr. Oh, the trigger finger was it was a Clint Eastwood movie out there. Okay, it was a fistful of dollars. Because everything was firing. Fatal. Gary Trent Jr. That boy got a lot of tattoos though, don't he? Gary Trent Jr. got a tattoo in the back of his head. He shaved the braids. So, Lord, listen, Gary Trent Jr. I don't know what you are. Are you a sorcerer or something, bro? Is this the Lord of the Rings? I hope so. I hope it's the Lord of the Rings for us. But I don't know if it's that other Listen, bro, you've been watching too much Harry Potter, because the stuff that you got on your body, I don't know. Listen, Gary Trent Jr. like he got some voodoo stuff on his body. But I know that voodoo was working last night. Gary Trent Jr. He was on fire last night. He was shooting well. Who else? Who else was playing? Who else came out and played good for us? OG he was OG. This guy has no expression on his face, man. I mean, does OG ever smile? Does OG is the most expressionless dude I've ever seen. He's just like this all the time. It's like, bro, like, are you happy? Like, he has, even when OG hits big shots, he's like, I wonder what he was like growing up. It's like, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you angry at us? He's a stoic individual, bro. That guy's face he's stone-faced. Very stone-faced, but I like it. He's even kilter. He doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low, and he keeps coming. He's that guy. He's steady. You know? Freddie's steady, but OG, he just keeps coming. He's like the doggone Terminator. That's what we should call him. That's what we should call him. The Terminator. Because that boy just keeps going. Dang. But last night was a great showing, from coaching straight down to play. You know, everybody's healthy, just about. Otto Porter Jr., man, it's about time you get off that bench, young fella. Okay, calling your name out now. Otto Porter Jr., I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know, with your back, your hip, your neck, I don't know what's wrong with you. But you've been on that bench a little bit long, man. Let's make some money now. Come on. Let's make some money. You know you're okay. You can go now. You know? The only reason, and Nick might be keeping me out because he needs that lineup out, but I kind of would like to see Otto Porter Jr. What's the boy's name? Otto Point. Who named a child Otto? I don't know. I guess Otto Porter Sr. named you, the guy. That family needs talking to. Otto. Hey, the good thing is you can spell your name wrong and it's still your name. But you know who else came out last night? Kem Birch. I don't usually like to see Kem Birch come off the bench, but Kem Birch came in and played great minutes, and this is what he did. He cooled off Bam. Because Bam is too much of a beast for the other. He's too much of a beast for a lot of our other bigs, but Kem is big enough to say Kem can give him a fight. You know what I'm saying? He's not near as talented as Bam. Like, Bam can run the point. Like, Bam got all kind of game. Like, honestly, like, Bam's one of the most talented. He's a throwback to kind of like what's the boy's name? I hate when I hit these blank spots. Chris, the timeout boy, the boy from Michigan. Come on, he played for Sacramento. Chris Webber. He's a Chris Webber type. That's it. He's a better version of Chris Webber. That's what he reminds me of. Hey, Chris Webber's in the Hall of Fame. But I don't know why, though. I don't know why Chris Webber's in the Hall of Fame. But he is. But he's a better version of Chris Webber. And he's extremely talented. Extremely. I can't say enough about Bam Adebayo. He's extremely talented. It puzzled me, though, that we were letting Tyler Hero be a hero yesterday. Like, we don't know this kid can shoot. That's the shootingest white boy in the NBA right now. Honestly, he is. More than his cohort Robertson. Tyler Hero, you can't let that little boy shoot no time. That's what he lives to do. Can't let that boy shoot at all. So I was upset about that, and me and Scotty were screaming. I saw Scotty Barnes from the bench screaming like, can't let that guy shoot. You know, it's good to see Scotty and them hung out. Of course, they're in Miami. They ain't going home. They ain't going home. They're saying, nah, buddy, We in Miami. I'm not going home. But Raptors, 2-2. This is what this is going to do, and I'm going to get off the airwaves right now. This is going to trigger a run for us. We've played the toughest competition in the East. Well, maybe not Milwaukee. But we've played some of the best teams in the East. When you think about the Heat, NBA Finals, Boston, NBA Finals team, Brooklyn, NBA Finals hopeful. When you think about these, those are the people that we're messing with in the first few games. We didn't have an easy road. So, and in Cleveland's not a joke either. So I'm letting you know, here comes the run. Because this is what last night demonstrated to our boys. And I'm done. Last night demonstrated that we can turn it up and we can beat anybody we put our minds to in any given Sunday. And in that case, it was a Monday. All right? This is Del K. Brereton with The Real Spiel. I should have done it in 14 minutes, but I done it in 16. Doesn't seem like you guys hang around much longer than 5 anyway, so I'm talking to myself probably after 5 minutes. But I'm glad that some of you hung around. Like, share, and especially subscribe. Put this in your groups, all right? I owe somebody 100 push-ups. I owe Blanco 100 push-ups. Blanco, you're going to get your 100 push-ups tomorrow. I'm going to videotape myself doing 100 push-ups, all right? It's Del K. Brereton. This is The Real Spiel.